Hi guys, I'm Shmi. Hello to you. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a lovely day in the supercar paddock at the 2018 Goodwood Festival of Speed, where today it's all about the W Motors Fenyr Supersport. Now I'm going to jump into the car that I've previously seen out in Dubai to go for a blast up the legendary hill climb track here and show you what it's all about. So let's get started with a quick look at the car, then jump on board to head on out over to the track. This is the car then, the second model from W Motors, originally started in Lebanon, but now based out in Dubai where they have a showroom. We first saw the Lykan Hypersport. This, the follow-up model, is the Fenyr Supersport. You can see the design is radical and dramatic. It's a full carbon fiber body, crazy aero going on. It's a rear-wheel drive car powered by an engine sourced and created by Roof in Germany, a 3.8 litre twin turbocharged flat six, making 800 horsepower and 1,000 Newton meters of torque, hooked up to a 7-speed double clutch gearbox. But just look at the design of this thing, the sharp aggressive edges everywhere you look, the nose that dives right down towards the front, large open areas for the grille for cooling, lots of visual carbon left exposed, the sharp light design that you have around the side out towards the edges, all the cooling that comes through, and back here a double stage rear wing. At 100 kilometers an hour the first level raises up, that's that full piece that is currently extended. At 150 this upper level will raise up even more beyond that to sit the car right down to the ground for downforce and to keep it planted. We can catch a glimpse of the engine back here at the back, the Fenyr plaque demonstrated underneath the glass panel, the shark fin floating towards the back. This is about crazy, wild design. Just look around the rear. We'll see more of this when we hear it firing up, and then when we get on the move, the exhaust tips integrated into the back there, but again, more open areas for airflow to flow out, the W Motors badge, and of course wearing a Dubai number plate, where this exact car I saw just a few months ago on my last trip out there. The doors open towards the rear. They have this mechanism here, open up to the exterior where we've got fixed bucket seats, loads more carbon fiber, Fenyr Supersport. And you can see more of this when we're heading up the hill climb, the full digital display for the driver, even a display here for the passenger. I've got a lot to learn about this car, and I will be discovering in detail in a minute when we jump in fully to get ready for this ride and journey. It actually has soft close. I didn't really need to close that like that at all. Oh, I hadn't really noticed this before. Look, the scoop for the air in over the top of the roof deck there. So it's a crazy thing. Let's hear it, then let's jump on board, then let's get up the hill climb. It's time then to hear the car starting up and coming into life. That is a good sound, the flat six roaring away. Yeah, not bad at all. Right, let me climb in with my driver for the day, who's going to be Ben from W Motors. Doors again opening this way. How you doing? Are you well?
Hello there.
In I climb to the Fenyr. Right, let's pull the door to. Ah, I like that I have the RPM count in front of me. Oh, it would help if I just pull the door this way. There we go, soft close. The screen is nice, the details, the information. So you've been doing lots of runs in the car?
I do like Goodwood with that car. It's super exciting. That's the very first time we do that here in the UK. Yeah. And we're super excited to show the car to the people over there.
For sure.
I hope you will like it.
I'm looking forward to it an awful lot, to learning more about this as we go. So I will take a moment just to discover things. As you can see, the lineup of cars now getting ready to head on out of the paddock, and then we will be on the move. Safe to say we're on the move then. Lined up here before we head to the hill climb, the Fenyr is surrounded by just about every single car you could imagine from the super and hypercar world at the minute. The supercar paddock at Goodwood is incredible. But the W Motors Fenyr, a little bit more about it. The W in W Motors stands for Wolf Motors, and Fenyr is a mythical wolf. And there's a plaque here on the roof scoop on the very top of the car with the outline of the wolf also. So all their cars follow that kind of pattern and naming structure, which adds a bit of mystique, I think, to it. The design there is a bit crazy. We can see more around the back now that the car's pulled out from the wall, and the diffuser blades down here underneath the exhaust system, the reversing light in the very center, the shape, the cooling obviously that can be done through the back here by having that area open with the rear wing raised, visual carbon mixed with the metallic grey paintwork of this car, mixed with more satin carbon over the top, more open areas for cooling out through the back, and then just the general aggressive styling and design of the whole thing is just pretty crazy. crazy. And this being, obviously, like I said, their second product, it's a bit different from the Lykan. There's a lot more going on in terms of the design. When you look around it, centre lock wheels, I notice an intake scoop down here at the side. Some parts of the visual aero bits just accented with white paintwork to emphasise them, just like on the wheels too. The lights, the rear tail lights, very wide single strip, giving some presence at the very back of the car. Convenience features like reversing camera and that side of things too, available from it. So Ben is the creative director from W Motors, who I'm jumping in with today, who I'm going to experience the car with as we go up the hill climb, joining all of this lot. Rolling out then towards the hill climb, holding my horses where we'll descend down towards the start line to get things underway, ready for the blast back up. So out we go, onto the track. Aston's in front having some fun as well. Picks up dramatically, doesn't it?
Not bad.
Not bad at all. So it's 800 horsepower, right?
Yeah.
A mere 800 horsepower and even more torque, even more newton meters. 1,000 newton meters?
1,000 newton meters, yeah.
Okay, cool. I was right. That's crazy. That's an awful lot to experience from this car. Built in Dubai. This is tyre warming.
And brakes.
Past the line of the cars then, all queuing up to go out for their blasts up the hill climb, and then you see the wing of the McLaren Senna, which is just ludicrous on the back of that, but some incredible cars here. It's an awesome thing to be part of at Goodwood. Just need to take all of this in a little bit more. So on the display here, actually, if we can press on the car mode, you can see we've got the G-force sensors. You have a number of different things, so you could bring up the rear view camera or control the spoiler. Different settings there. Remember though that this is a prototype car, so there are a few more bits and pieces still to come. Let's have the G-force sensor open for the drive. We're parked on a slight slant at the moment, a bit tilted. This display is super high res, lots of detail and information as well that is showing. Really cool way of doing it. Rev counter idling at low RPM. So we'll see those numbers climbing when we're heading up the hill. Up towards the start line we roll then, all the checks to make sure we've got our wristbands, helmets, long sleeve shirts and trousers. And we're good to go to the start to experience this. So, it's nearly time. You ready?
Yeah.
Feeling the power, feeling the noise. Great over and notice as well. And the dangerous part of the course, past the wall. I think nobody ever wants to hit. And we're through. And across the finish line we go. Awesome, haven't you? The noise in here, it's loud. Like, you're wearing helmets, when you're wearing a helmet, normally everything is muffled.
That feels alive. That feels.
It's a good sound. It's a good sound. Love it. Now we arrive at the very top. So the whole host of cars lined up here, of all types. We'll tuck in around the back. Wow. And in we come, alongside the P1 GT. So, done.
Did you enjoy it?
What?
It's torquey, yeah?
It's quite torquey. What's it like to drive?
I like it.
Yeah?
Very much, yeah.
How long have you been working on the car?
For the Fenya, it's been longer than the Lykan.
Yeah.
After the Lykan, we processed, basically that was the first layout.
Yeah.
And the second layout, which is the Fenya, we work more on the aerodynamics with cooling, especially in Dubai,
Yeah, yeah.
which is super important.
Yeah, massive thing. So to make these cars, especially with this level of performance, rather in
Yeah.
Dubai, in potentially 50 degrees
Exactly.
heat in summer.
And especially this is our first prototype, but
Yeah.
you can see the quality of the finish from the very first
Yeah.
car.
Yeah, it's good.
It's quite impressive.
It's nice. Nice. I like the kind of air vents, the mix of materials, and the Alcantara that runs over the top. It's cool. Well, thank you very much for the run. Really good fun. Yeah, look forward to experiencing more of it in due course.
Yeah, and see you soon in Dubai then.
For sure. Just look around us here then, up at the top, and the cars, the company that we're in, the P1 GT from Lanzante, the Ferrari FXX tucked in over there, the Koenigsegg Regera just in front of it. The very best are all here right now. Concepts, new cars, the Polestar 1, the Toyota Supra, the 599XX of course, the DBS Superleggera. The sounds and joys of all of these cars. What a place to be, especially here inside the W Motors Fenyr after a run up this such famous course track, the hill climb at Goodwood. There are worse cars to follow down the hill. There's also an Aston Martin Signet with a V8 in it, 4.7 litre V8, and we're behind the Ferrari FXX. The turbo noise is great. The whooshes and swoops going on behind. Wow. Power and torque for days. It's crazy loud in here. In a good way, in a very good way. Motorbikes squeezing past as we all head back towards our different paddocks down at the bottom. That's the grandstands. Huge numbers of people here at Goodwood. Always an awesome experience to go for a run up the hill climb in a car as special as this, making its debut out on the road here in the UK. Into the paddock we pull, back to base. What a wonderful drive. Hopped out to see the car parking back up, back in its bay. Look at the menacing aggression of this. I hadn't noticed this carbon blade at the side. That's a great line. There are some really interesting shapes and curves to the design of it. Really fun experience to go up the hill climb in the brand new W Motors Fenyr Supersport, burbling away. As it parks back up here. Actually really loud, which if you like the sound of a flat six, is perfect. As I said, the engine from Roof in Germany, who makes some great products. Sounds good, sounds very good. Lovely, thank you very much. Awesome. Well, let's wrap it up there, guys. Do go check out W Motors. I'm sure hopefully in the future there'll be more to come with this too. So be subscribed, follow all the latest, and hopefully I'll be able to bring you a drive in one of these in not too long out on some good roads. Thank you again, guys. That's it for now. I've really enjoyed this ride with Ben, being able to show the car, being able to experience the car with him telling me more about it as well, and also just being a bit more familiar with where we are and what we're doing. That's it for now though. I'll catch up with you again very soon. Cheers.